Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. I don't normally give you guys a video on the day of a game, except for the watch along and the match review. But there are unforeseen circumstances that have come in between, and I have to talk about the Lukaku apology video that was released last night. I couldn't give you guys an immediate reaction straight after that, but I thought, you know what, it's a good time to speak about it whilst there's still quite a few hours before we play Tottenham in the Carabao Cup semi-final. And yeah, I'm about to let you know what I exactly think of that apology. Now, before we do though, we've hit it, people. We've hit the milestone, and hence why I've added an addition. There's an addition to the set. 100k, people. It's done. And it's all thanks to you guys. I'm planning on doing something for it, like a live stream or whatever, to just have a little, you know, Q&A with you guys and a little celebration. So yeah, you know, I want to say thank you. You guys have made it happen. Onwards and upwards. We tried to go for 200k, 300k. We keep going. The mill, who knows, down the line sometime later on in a few years, you never know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it all. Thank you all so much for the support that you guys have given me since I've started on YouTube, which was around 10 years ago, and on the launch of this channel. You guys have been immense. So thank you. It wouldn't be possible without all of you. Make sure you guys remember that. Thank you. Now, let's get into it. Romelu Lukaku has apologized. He says sorry. Now, for those of you that have watched the apology video, you'll know exactly what I mean. Prior to this whole apology being released, I even did say yesterday that the one thing, the bare minimum that I expect from Lukaku is to put an apology in the program notes or to make a public one on video, caught on camera. And, you know, I was skeptical if he was to do one as to whether it was going to be genuine or not. But he's done one. And we've all seen it now. My initial reaction, I'm going to be completely honest and transparent with you guys. Please watch until the end of this video to just for me to have a genuine chance of explaining how I think this needs to be handled now. I don't think that apology was 100% genuine. I'm just going to be real with you. It stinks of PR. It stinks of, it looks like he's got a flipping gun to his head, you know, behind camera. There's someone pointing a gun, telling him to say this, say this. He's reading off a teleprompter, it looks like. I mean, he's not. He wasn't. I'm not saying he was reading off a teleprompter. He wasn't. But it seemed like just his body language, the way he was talking. Go and look at the interview that he done with Sky Italia, where he was meant to be saying sorry to the Inter fans. So that was an apology video, technically, to the Inter fans, and telling them that he's going to come back and Martinez stay there, and I wanted to play for Bayern Munich, Barca and Real Madrid after Inter Milan and all of that. Look at his body language and how relaxed and how truthful he was being. And then look at this one that was released from Chelsea yesterday. Two completely different Lukakus. You could just see the difference. You can see the difference. You can just see in terms of his mannerisms, his tone, his words, the way that he was choosing to speak. You could just see it wasn't genuine. However, what I do want to say is this. We have to be realistic. Lukaku's not going anywhere. At least up until the summer. He is here. We've asked for an apology. We've got one. That's the truth. We've got one. We can never be 100% sure whether he means it or not. That is something that only he knows and only he will ever know. Right? So we can't be saying, oh, no, even though you're giving the apology, now get out. You don't mean it. You're talking absolute rubbish. I don't want you here anymore. Bye. Right? We can't do that. We can't. Because only, as I've said, only he knows whether he's being 100% genuine or not. We have an opinion, but we've asked for an apology. And as PR as it looked, yeah, we have to be real. It looked like it was completely PR. He's given us an apology. So we now need to go on to the way of thinking of, look, actions are now going to speak louder than words. You've done enough talking. I think that's safe to say. You've done it for the Inter apology. You've now had to do one for Chelsea. I think the best advice that you can get from all of this is to stop doing interviews. Thomas Tuchel's completely right when he said that. Stop talking. Just stop talking, bruv. Anything you say now is going to make it worse. The one thing that he now has, and he's put himself in the mud here, is he has to perform. He has to score goals. He has to prove that he is at least a professional for, adhering to his contract, adhering to his duty as a professional under contract by a football club. You need to perform. It's as simple as that. Even then, look, my personal opinion on it, I'm not forgiving him. I'm willing to put it to the side, to the summer, and I see it like this. It's never happened to me, but there are examples. When your missus cheats on you, right, and you've got kids together, and you found out that she's cheated, but she comes with an apology, and you can see that she just don't mean it. She's just sorry that she got caught, rather than being sorry for actually performing, the act, or, properly cheating on you. But you got kids, so for the sake of the kids, you just have to act civil, and you just have to get along, and just do it for the benefit of the children, right? So then they're not affected. That is basically how I feel right now. It's basically how I feel. Because for me, it's not genuine. I can't be like, yeah, you're completely forgiven. Let's just forget it ever happened. No. Personally, I can't do that. But I am willing, for the sake of the team and the club, and for giving an opportunity to him now to prove it. Prove that you're sorry. Prove that you actually mean what you say. Because there were things in that apology that still doesn't sit right with me, the way that you were saying it. In terms like, it wasn't the right time. Well, when was the right time? The right time would have been at the end of your contract, when you're no longer a Chelsea player. That would be the right time. Talking about how he was saying about Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Barcelona. Oh, no, that was just because, as a kid, you look, and I get it, as a kid you do. As a kid, you look at the big clubs, you're like, oh, imagine playing for one of them. Yeah, but in that interview for Sky Italy, he didn't say that. He said, after I finished at Inter Milan, my sights was on going to Bayern Munich, Barca, or Real Madrid. That's not you as a kid. So there are complete inconsistencies. The fact that he was smiling at times during that interview, when you should be there with regret and remorse, you should be on the brink of begging. You should be looking down and not really looking at the lens and going, I'm ashamed. He didn't even say he was ashamed. There were things just in that doesn't sit with me, and that's why for me it was completely PR. It was completely PR. But we asked for an apology, and we got one. As just disingenuine as it seemed, we got one. So for now, for the sake of the club, for the sake of trying to just bring this whole story down, right, put it to bed for a little bit. Let's just hope he performs. Let's just hope he scores goals. Let's just hope he acts as a professional. And then in the summer, we can address this again. As to whether he truly, truly wants to be here. Whether he really wants to be here. Because even in the interview when he was talking about being at Chelsea and how that was his goal. The fact that as a teenager, he supported Chelsea, which is true. And he wanted to, after he'd left, he'd always had it in his head to come back. He didn't make that clear in the video that he spoke to Inter Milan fans in terms of coming back to Chelsea. He didn't mention it once. It seemed like we were the last option on the table because Inter Milan didn't extend his contract. Bayern, Barca or Real Madrid didn't come in for him, so he just thought, I'd got to play for someone. They don't add up. That's what doesn't sit right with me. But I'm willing to bury the hatchet for now. Up until the end of the season, he has a chance. I'm willing to give him until May. Prove that you are worthy to be here. And then in the summer, if you've proven that, cool. Okay, we can put it completely to bed. If you haven't, we can start looking at options. It's as simple as that. That's where I sit right now. In terms of today, we know that Thomas Tuchel has already said that he is back in the squad. I suspect he's going to start against Tottenham. There's no better way to start in terms of an actions speak louder than words sort of apology by banging in goals against Tottenham tonight. You do that, we can begin to start looking forward. That is the first step that he's got to take. We play Tottenham 3 times this month. We've got to play Man City. There's no more bigger games for him to prove himself than these ones. So, Romelu, it's over to you. It's over to you. I haven't forgiven. I'm definitely not forgotten. But I'm willing to give you that opportunity now. Prove yourself. Simple as that. Prove yourself. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'm looking forward to the game later on, actually. Make sure you check out the watch long. Chelsea versus Tottenham. It's going to be cool. It's going to be interesting. Seeing Conte back at the bridge as well. We'll see what reception he gets. As well as that, the match review after the game will be released for all of you. And once again, thank you all so much for 100k. You guys have absolutely smashed it. onwards and upwards. And yeah, we'll see how far we can go. But thank you all so much. Hit that subscribe button if you are new. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you've enjoyed this. And I will see you later for the watch along. Have a good one, people. See you later on. Take care and peace.